Nigeria's popular news headlines this morning. I have not eliminated any political opponent, says Tinubu. INEC moves Nigerian presidential election to January 16, 2027, following Ramadan scheduling clash. Atiku, Peter Obi, Amechi, others reject new electoral law, call for further amendment. Federal government detects price fixing by local airline operators, says FCCPC. Senate committee urges Tinubu to replace CAC Registrar-General over failure to appear before panel. Before we go to the details of the news, please let us visit the markets more.
Looking for a smart investment opportunity? Own a well-finished commercial rental property in Suleja, a fast-growing suburb of the Abuja. This property features 5 units of 1-bedroom flats and 4 units of self-contained rooms, making it perfect for steady rental income. The apartment comes with a reliable boring water supply and is fully connected to the national electricity grid for uninterrupted power access. It is strategically located close to the popular Suleja Abattoir market, also known as Kwata, ensuring high rental demand and excellent accessibility. For more details, contact Masulab Estate Management Services today on 080-3630-8662. Don't miss out on this great investment opportunity.
That is my core profession, and that is one of the things we do. So patronize us today in Abuja and its environs. Now let us go to the news in details. President Bola Tinubu has denied claims that he is orchestrating defections from opposition parties to the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC), saying he has neither forced nor pressured anyone to switch parties. Speaking during an interfaith iftar with senators at the presidential villa, Tinubu dismissed accusations that his administration is weakening the opposition, stating that critics are entitled to their views. He said he cannot blame politicians who choose to leave what he described as a sinking ship, adding that national challenges like terrorism and banditry have contributed to political tensions. The president also called on political leaders to embrace unity and cooperation, stressing that Nigerian constitutional democracy was designed to promote harmony rather than conflict. I just want to remind all Muslims that in the month of Ramadan, whatever you say or do will be used against you in the court of Allah. I rest my case. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has rescheduled Nigerian 2027 general elections. Presidential and National Assembly elections will now hold on January 16, 2027, while governorship and state houses of assembly elections are fixed for February 6, 2027. INEC said the change followed the repeal of the Electoral Act 2022 and the enactment of the Electoral Act 2026, which required an adjustment of the timetable. The earlier dates, February 20th and March 6, 2027, had generated controversy after former Vice President Atiku Abubakar raised concerns that the presidential poll will clash with the Ramadan fasting period. In that case, election is less than a year, so whoever that is ready for election should start preparing very well now. No excuse. Major opposition parties have rejected the amended Electoral Act 2026, describing it as anti-democratic and a threat to credible elections ahead of 2027. Speaking in Abuja, NNPP chairman Ahmed Ajuji said the law signed by President Tinubu contains provisions aimed at undermining transparency and promoting a one-party state. The opposition faulted Section 60, Subsection 3, which gives presiding officer discretion over electronic transmission of results, arguing it could enable manipulation despite strong network coverage and diverse performance records. They also opposed Section 84, which restricts parties to direct primaries or consensus, calling it an overreach into party autonomy and insisting indirect primaries remain democratic. I do know that there's another clause even in this amended Electoral Act that is stopping consensus or direct primaries. Let the opposition not waste their time about the issue of the amended Electoral Act. This man have really signed it into law. When do you want them to start sitting down again? See, opposition should just be aware that election is less than a year to come, so they should better go to the field and start preparing for the next election, except they have already given up. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission (FCCPC) says an interim investigation has uncovered evidence of price fixing and arbitrary fare increase by some domestic airlines during the December 2025 festive season. According to the Commission, ticket prices during the peak period were significantly higher than fares recorded in January 2026, despite stable fuel costs, taxes, and exchange rates. The report found that on some busy routes, including Abuja-Port Harcourt, fares rose sharply, in some cases by as much as 405,000 naira, with prices clustered closely across different airlines, suggesting possible coordinating prices. Executive Vice Chairman Tunji Bello stated that the review is ongoing and that further structural and route level analysis will determine whether regulatory or enforcement actions will follow. And this FCCPC is one of the agencies of the government that is working very well. In fact, I have experienced them. Anytime you have problem with services, either government or private, please contact them. They will attend to it diligently and they will respond to you on time. Congratulations to Tunji Bello for sanitizing this agency. Before now, we don't even know what FCCPC is all about. We had really been trying on that agency. The Senate Committee on Finance has asked President Bola Tinubu to remove Hussein Imagaji, the Registrar-General of the Corporate Affairs Commission, over his repeated failure to honor legislative invitation during budget defense sessions. Senators including Ojekalu, Sani Musa, and Adams Oshomole backed the motion, also proposing to withhold the Commission's 2026 budget and restrict access to its internally generated revenue until Magaji appears before the committee to account for finances. Some directors of these agencies, they feel larger than life because they feel that they are in control of their offices, their staffs and all that, forgetting the fact that this National Assembly approved your appointment, 1, approved the establishment of your agency, 2, approved also budgets to your agency. So whether you don't like the faces of those people there, that institution is too sacred for you to disobey their invitation. Go and face them or you'll be removed from office, as simple as that. Follow for more. February 27th, 2026.